Alright.
This is a love below. We have about 11 minutes. We didn't get into a lot of stuff that we normally would get into, so information for another day. But quick question for my independent women: do you feel like, as an independent woman, that men are intimidated by you? Yes or no?
Men are intimidated by a lot of things, and I won't go into details, but you know, they're insecure and intimidated by a lot. But I feel like sometimes they are intimidated by a woman's success. I feel like, you know, the woman is making more than her spouse or whatever you want to call it, situation or whatever. You know, men get a little intimidated because they're taught that you provide, you know what I'm saying? You make ends meet. You do this, you do that. So I feel like they are intimidated by success a lot, a whole lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just yes or no. But you know, I like this. I like the elaboration because you know that's something for you that you can't answer.
That's why I said most men.
I see what you did there. Oh,
So I did not
most,
sit on
Okay.
that.
Oh,
She has to
I did
enunciate.
not sit
okay.
on.
So, Lola, you didn't. We wanted to mention what you have any social ways that you feel you aren't being empowered, or that women aren't being empowered in their social lives, the everyday nuances between man and female. You don't have to.
I mean, I feel like I hadn't thought at the time, and it's gone at this point.
Wait, what's that? Your love below notebook.
I know. I should have been taking these.
See, I allow you to be independent. See,
Well, I was
now
waiting
I
for
got
it,
this
and then we went to
typical man.
break, and then I had to remember what we talked about,
I got
and
this
I just
typical man.
completely, that's just.
Can you get our?
I do feel like,
comment.
oh, that was still from Brit from before. I feel like I'm still like sensitivity and stuff like that. They don't. It's society. We're like not supposed to necessarily. It's me included though. Be sensitive and stuff like that. I'm really sarcastic sometimes, just once in a while. And
8 out of 10.
That was sarcasm, in case no one caught it.
yeah. I feel like though a lot of times I use that to counteract sensitivity or whatever. It's almost like a front or a wall, keeping that sensitivity covered more, because you have to be more outspoken and executive decision making and stuff like that. You don't have time a lot of times to hide behind those walls as a woman, especially because then you're going to be labeled, oh, well, you're a woman, that's why you can't make a decision, or it's like say, or like you're going to be extra sensitive. So I feel like, at least for me, a lot of times that sarcasm, or like I will, like you had talked about, laughing stuff off or make a joke to keep that patience level up. You know, I have a very high patience level, but once you cross that level, you get yourself kicked out of my apartment. That's what we're not gonna do.
Shots fired.
Try to keep that here instead of here.
Yes or no?
You know.
Quick around the world. Do you think that men should have some say in your reproductive rights?
No.
Yes.
No.
We're gonna go.
The men say yes. The women say.
If I want to,
If I may.
You may not.
If I may.
Go ahead to the next.
right.
We about to spend this next 11 minutes.
You know what? That's a conversation for another day. But we will have it.
Okay.
It will happen.
We can have this once we go off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
We're not
Somebody's taking me to the right.
Yeah.
So I got. How is it best for men and women to converse and communicate? Also have, how do those love languages? Because if y'all was on our Tuesday show, y'all wasn't listening. Y'all got to tune in more often. Contribute to healthy conversations. It was saying that for women, and this was mostly my advice to men in their conversation, and definitely if I'm on the wrong track, you definitely put me on the right track. Women are very nonverbal, and when they're talking, their body orientation is most likely toward that individual. There are things that aren't said with the mouth, but are said with the body language that you have to really pay attention to as a man. It was mostly stereotypical stuff, like they were saying when men speak or when men listen to you, they're mostly thinking about the facts. They're thinking about what was said, what was done, and how to solve it. That's kind of maybe in our social makeup. to be those fixers of things, and women are more suggestive in their approach. So women use affirmations, and for men to be able to communicate a little bit better with women, to have affirmations over evaluations. And because this is a primarily female focused thing, we'll use that. But if we were doing the male empowerment, we would definitely say women can communicate with men by being a little bit more direct instead of all around the world and all that kind of stuff. But also have realized that women communicate to establish relationships, so they might be chattier and more personal in their conversation. Understand that not every question from a woman is a problem begging for a solution. Be certain she's asked for your help before you jump in with help, but sometimes she just wants to blow off steam. Realize that it's a fact of life that women use twice as many words as men do. Don't be frustrated by it. Listen, listen, listen. And I want women to know that a lot of the stuff I read, and me personally, I listen to everything you're saying. It just goes back to those evaluations over affirmations. Like, I'm listening because when I feel like you brought it to me, I feel like you brought it to me because you wanted me to help do something. That's what I do. Not necessarily to listen and just for the sake of listening, because then it becomes, I just kind of just did nothing there, kind of thing. But for us to know that we are still wanted, we're still valued as people, but it's not always, I don't need your help all the time. So for men to just know, it's a place, but just listen, and then you'll know what to say and when to say it when you pay attention to her nonverbals and everything else. And it says, but move beyond 2-word answers and get chatty, especially on the phone. You'll win her over for sure. Mostly it's like a dating type deal. So I want to know, like, the way you like to be communicated with, like, and I definitely want y'all to kind of chime in, because we don't have any commercials or anybody come after us, so this is kind of like a free thing. So.
I like to joke around. I'm sarcastic as well. So if you don't understand my sarcasm, it's funnier for me, but it's probably not gonna work out.
Sure.
I speak kind of fast, and so if you're not listening to
That's
me,
definitely your thing.
yeah, but if you're not listening to me, and you don't understand what I'm saying, or you miss something what I'm saying, because I jump around a lot, so if you're not paying close attention to me, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. So I have to have an active participant in a conversation. I do talk a lot, but I'm not gonna just talk over you, and like, I'm gonna give you your chance to talk. But I like someone who's going to be actively participating, like, to let me know that you listening, because if you're not listening and I can tell you're not listening, I'm gonna call you out on it. My boyfriend knows that.
Oh,
He knows that.
oh, you know that.
He knows.
Jenna. And you figure out your radio name yet? When y'all come on our show again, y'all gotta have a name.
Good.
A
A name.
radio name.
My name is Raven.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. I'm not ready. So I not thank you for that.
But let me set up this one.
I told you.
Don't
Communication.
this part a lot.
I have to look at the camera for this.
Give me a break. That's you want to be in the camera.
Nah, girl.
You can.
Hold your book.
But
Give me kick the ball.
communication.
No, come on. I got it.
Communication.
Swag on them.
I'm a very caring person. I'm serious a lot of the times. I love to laugh. I love to joke around. It's nice. It's cute. But what happens is, I feel like a lot of people don't understand that communicate. Okay. I don't think a lot of people understand that, everybody has their forms of types of communication. And so a lot of things bother me, like texting. I can text my girlfriends because, I know they're taking me seriously through a text message. But some of my friends, I can't do that because they literally see it as disrespect, which is the same with me. When I'm very serious with a guy, and it's something serious that we need to talk about instead of texting, you need to call me right then, because I need to know, I need to hear the tone of your voice in which it was said. I need to, if we're in person, I can see your body language and how you're gonna receive what I have to say to you, because I'd rather see it than, you go behind my back and be like, dang, she just and she just so rude, and da da da. I want to see your face and I want to hear your voice, because the tone and just seeing somebody, it makes a big difference. And I don't particularly like texting, but it's quick. You know, you can multitask and type and all this whatever.
Text.
Anyways.
Facebook check.
But I'll switch up my swag on how I do things. You know what I'm saying?
We're not talking.
And you have a girlfriend, and I'm pretty sure she don't want me. Brittany, I love you, girl, but
She did cut you out on the phone.
I'm pretty sure you don't want me calling Frank on the phone.
She might be texting me.
Hey, Frank. But anyways, whatever. But it's one of those things where men, I feel like, men, and also another thing, when people text LOL when it ain't funny, I feel like that's a big cop-out. Like, don't text LOL when it wasn't funny. Like, because sometimes people, because for me, I found myself doing that when I was really serious. And people, because you know how people are, and you don't want them to take it the wrong way. And it's like, don't.
Your dirty scumbag, LOL.
Yeah, like, you know how when you text somebody, you'll be like, for instance, me, you have a text conversation, I'm telling you, yeah, he broke up with me, and I put LOL. That's just a defense mechanism to me, because you sad.
Because I don't laugh.
You know you really sad about it, but you talking about some LOL, he broke up with me, but you like hurting on the inside, and it's not really funny. So it's like one of those things where I feel like a lot of people in text messages, text messaging is very defensive to me. Okay, because, people have came back to me and like, well, now your text messages seem like you was just yelling, like, because, a little bit, 9 times out of 10 I am yelling. And